Hi, everybody. My name is Alina, and we're here in the podcast with the Method Plastic Surgery. And we have our doctor with us, Dr. K.
Hi, how are you, everyone? I'm Dr. Bart Kachniarz. I'm the medical director and operating surgeon here at the Method.
Nice to meet you. And what can you tell us about yourself? What's your background? How long you have been done the surgeries for?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm originally from Poland. I moved to the United States, to Florida in high school. And after completing high school, I studied at Columbia University in New York City. And that's where I first fell in love with surgery as a field. Probably my first exposure to the operating room and surgery came from my work with the heart and lung procurement team. I worked with both their procurement team, traveling all around the country, but also in their research laboratory. And so I just loved the operating room setting. I loved working with my hands. And I love the opportunity to help and work with people in that capacity.
What was the most crazy surgeries you have done in the past?
So I did train at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. So we did a lot of cutting edge reconstructive procedures, both facial and body reconstructive procedures. So I think that was an amazing experience, and it definitely conferred some comfort of working throughout the body. We did a lot of cancer, trauma reconstructions during that time.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of experience.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I know you noticed, tell us before that the longest one you have done for 22 hours.
Yes, we did have a very complex procedure that lasted 22 hours from 8 a.m. until 6 a.m. the next day. So that was probably my personal record.
What about how long you were in Miami for?
So Miami, a couple of years, did practice in Denver for a little bit before moving to Miami. We do have family in Florida. The weather is much nicer. So that's why my family and I moved from the West Coast to Florida.
What's your favorite things to do in the body? What do you think you're the best in?
So I do love facial and body aesthetic surgery. Probably one of my more favorite procedures is the deep plane facelift. And then I also enjoy liposculpture procedures with the BBL fat transfer. Those would be my top two, I would say.
Interesting. Can you tell us, please, why did you choose the Method Plastic Surgery?
Yeah, absolutely. So I joined the Method because they really allow me to offer patients the absolute best results. And I think a lot of that comes from a very experienced, skilled team, as well as access to the latest technology. We offer some of the latest laser treatments, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. So from the preoperative planning stage to the post-operative recovery, I can offer my patients the very best top of the line treatments.
So you can just come back and do the hyperbaric chamber and be much better after surgery recoveries.
Exactly. Because again, I think to achieve the absolute best results, it's not just about what happens in the OR. It's really important to make sure that you prepare for your procedure adequately and then have all of the follow-up and recovery steps available as well.
And what's the recent trends in the plastic surgery in these days right now?
Yeah, so we've seen a couple of different trends in aesthetic surgery, I would say, over the past couple of years. So one big one is a shift towards more preventative procedures. This is especially important for facial aesthetic surgery. We've seen with the advancement of newer techniques such as deep plane facelifting, we've seen more and more younger patients pursue deep plane facelifts, both to change a little bit subtly the facial structure features, but also to, as a preventative method, to age more gracefully over time. So we've seen patients in their 30s, 40s pursue deep plane facelifting as an example. We've also seen a large shift towards more natural, subtle results. We see a lot of patients who had maybe very large implants or very unnatural looking BBL fat transfer procedures who then come see us to revise and provide a more subtle natural appearance.
What about the facelift and face lasers? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So those are very complementary. And the deep plane facelift procedure helps address some of the more structural changes that can occur over time. And then a lot of the fillers, Botox, and laser treatments really address some of the more superficial structures, such as the skin itself.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And most patients, I would say, pursue both avenues.
Okay, yeah, to keep it younger and younger. Would you tell us more about the team that's gonna assist you together in the surgery?
Yeah, absolutely. So here at the Method, again, I mentioned some of the most cutting edge technology available to you. We also have some of the best, most skilled personnel taking care of you both before, during, and after the procedure. And we have an international team from Colombia, from Mexico, from the United States, some of the best anesthesiologists, assistants, and surgeon.
How do you see the method is going in, for example, next 2 years?
Next couple of years, I see us continuing to grow, and I think within a couple of years we'll be the top aesthetic surgery clinic in Miami. And I think to achieve that, we have to remain committed to some of the latest surgical techniques, the latest technology available to our patients, and making sure that we form meaningful relationships with our patients.
Thank you. In your perspective, what do you think? Why Miami came up to be the top cities in the plastic surgery industry?
So I think Miami has become such a hub for aesthetic surgery because of specialization. This is all we do all day, every day, and we have relatively high volumes. And I think that allows not only the surgeons, but also all of the support staff to become very skilled at what they do. I think what's special about the Method within Miami is that we have been able to cherry pick the very top talent and the very top technology to offer you the very best in aesthetic surgery in the best city for aesthetic surgery.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for choosing the Method Plastic Surgery, and see you soon.